Okay, hopefully it's back. I think we should be good now. Apparently, my wired internet is only good enough to get us through like an hour of stream at most. So we're going back to just the Wi-Fi. Shiny Vikavolt is gray and green. Well, it could be worse. All right. You said yep, which makes me think we're back. I apologize with the internet stuff. I don't know why it's been worse than usual. It feels like the last couple days. Might just start going back on the Wi-Fi and see if that works better. But we should be good now. And good to continue our hunting. So we approach an hour so far in today's stream. Started at 3 hours today because we did 3 hours the other day. We're doing 10 total hours of shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. And slowly over the course of time will be every single Pokemon game, hopefully. In 10 hours in Legends, we're doing 10 hours here. Though I just did a video about it, we'll do 10 hours in Let's Go again. Despite spending like 40 hours on that game. Working on some other older games too. Off stream. Just so you know. And we'll see how many shiny Pokemon we can come up with. We have one so far in Sword and Shield. It was kind of dumb of me to start with Legends, considering it's unrealistic that we will get more shinies in literally any other game. Do we really have Jigglypuff? Wigglytuff? And I think this might be Clefable. We chose the wrong route. We chose the wrong route. This was just bad decision making on my part. Bad decision making. Also, this is 1 hour of relaxing Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver music. I would not consider this song relaxing at all. I think it's actually a song that puts me on edge a lot. Not consider myself relaxed at all at this moment in time. I think it's supposed to be one of the most mysterious and like eerie themes in the entire game. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. New video on YouTube tomorrow on my channel if you want to check that out. !socials. In the meantime, we're working on this. One shiny Pokemon so far in Sword and Shield. Hopefully more to come. Maybe not Clefable if I had my options, but shiny is a shiny, I suppose, for the sake of numbers. Alright, and we're back. Well, I'm not sure what we can really contribute to this. Oh, poison jab. Have I set up the VODs channel yet? Yes, I have. And so I will start rolling those out probably next week. I want to have a solid delay between when they're on Twitch and when they go on the VODs channel, just in case I take a couple days off of streaming. I have stuff to roll out on the VODs channel so you guys have content to keep up with. That's my reasoning. I don't know if it's good reasoning or bad reasoning, but it'll be offset by a little bit. But yeah, that will be next week, and I'll just link that probably in the socials command. Also, it allows me to edit anything out of the VOD that might be like copyright stuff problematic with copyright. Because a lot of times when I'm playing background music, there's like one song that will get hung up, so I can always just mute that or take it out or something and re-upload. It's pretty easy. And I don't want to leak, but next Friday I'm planning on doing a stream that I think will probably be entirely copywritten, so I'd recommend being there when it happens. Probably try to stream it this time again, 10 a.m. next Friday, 1 week from today. Excuse me. But I don't think that will live anywhere on YouTube, so might have to just be here, enjoy it while it's up, and then it will probably be immediately taken down and never see the light of day again. And I know that sounds really mysterious. It's music related, that's why. So it will probably just be, it's okay when it's live, but it probably won't be able to be re-uploaded anywhere. So I'm gonna do some music stuff next week. That's the plan. At least on Friday. Exclusive content? It will be, and it will kind of, I think it'll be fun. Because I think there's stuff from it that I'll be able to use on YouTube, but for the most part, the hype part will be on Twitch exclusively. So it's one of those fun, like, be there. If you're there, you're there. And if not, there'll be something, but you missed out on the big hype part of it. All right, what fire Pokemon's going to destroy our measly team? Oh, it's Entei. That's right. I picked Entei at the beginning. Maybe we just try to knock out our team to get through this. Although, I imagine Entei will do a pretty good job of that regardless. Just Mud Slap, see what happens. Because there's the chance we actually pull this off. Not that it means anything. I've caught Entei, so we can't actually catch the legendaries. Oh, Mud Slap does nothing. Okay. Yeah, then we'll just start. Just using Poison Jab on Clefable. So to clarify, Grimmsnarl just switched its stats with Entei. And then the next turn, switched them back. This is the type of IQ we're dealing with from the CPUs. That's fucking genius. How did I not think of such a move? This is why I don't get into competitive. This is why I don't play competitive Pokemon, because I'm not smart enough to think of a move like that, where you get the stats of a legendary Pokemon and then you're like, hold up, listen here, now that it has my stats that are worse, I'm taking them back just to prove I did. And people are worried about AI. Yeah, if ChatGPT was running this dungeon with us, we would have won 15 minutes ago. Why hasn't Grimmsnarl just used Power Up Punch the entire time? It'd be at like +5 right now. And Entei could also use one singular fire move and destroy Ivysaur. And instead it's worried about slowing Clefable down, which I'm doing more damage to my own team than Entei is. But luckily I've managed to get us out of there. So that looks very not green and gray. That's exceedingly normal as well. But if this one has green ears, oh, okay, that is unfortunate. Okay, also another song I would not consider a relaxing Gen 4 song, but we'll go for Tapu Bulu so we can wipe some of these off the checklist. I just forget that if I hit A, I have to back all the way out. Gonna make some food. BRB. All right, we'll catch you when you're back. I tried my best to eat a really big breakfast today, so I wouldn't have to stop stream earlier to eat. That was my goal. So a nice big meal before this. All right. Let's go this way. Some good Slowking action. I might switch up this because this playlist, I love Hard Gold Soul Silver, but this playlist is just not doing it right now. I'm gonna pause that music and try something else. Oh, this is actually performed music? That's great, but I want the game music. I just want the game music. There we go. Some of the live compilations are great, but I just... Hard Gold Soul Silver got me thinking Gen 4, and now that's what I want to hear. The OG Gen 4 DS level quality music. Honestly, we're doing a lot better against Slowking than I thought we would. So, and I actually don't know what Slowking Shiny's like. Is it like Slowbro? Does anyone know that information? Because Slowbro, super great purple color. Slowpoke looks terrible. Looks exactly the same. But I don't know about Slowking or Galarian Slowking for that matter. So if it's actually good, that could be kind of a sick shiny to grab. Granted, that also comes down to some RNG here, the 1 in 100 odds, but I'm really glad one of the NPCs grabbed that because it's a good Pokemon to have. Loudred or something, or Explode. You know, for the electric type. See what we find. See what wanders our way. Oh, it's Luxray. Another fantastic shiny. Got a pretty good lineup so far for this Dynamax raid. Shiny Luxray would be great. I would absolutely love that. Very pog indeed. Oh. Oh, Slowking lived. Damn. That would be pog. Slowking would be pog. I don't know what's up next, but... Okay, now that we've actually used Fire Spin, let's just use Rock Slide. Shinx and the whole line has to be one of the best Gen 4 shiny lines. Because it's the perfect combination of realistically pretty easy to get and the shiny looks fantastic. Shinx on the radar, so easy to hunt. So easy to hunt. Anyone who's trying to get into radar hunting or learn how it works in Gen 4, highly recommend this. Just going like Route 201. And Shinx is your guy. I say that as I don't put it on my team, but go electric again, and I can't tell what it is, but if it's Luxio or something, that'd be really funny. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Oh, it's Manectric. Okay, it's essentially the next closest thing. Can't say the Mount Cornet music's really doing great things for me here, but fair enough. Let's see what we do for damage. Okay, that's not terrible, not great, but we'll take it. And the sun comes out, so the next one will realistically do a lot. Plus our team's playing somewhat competent, which is a welcome surprise in the Dynamax dens. Usually your team is just the three. I was going to say four, but that would include myself. Honestly, fair. But three of the dumbest CPUs you will come across in any video game. Would love if Sudowoodo would use any ground move again. So I'm pretty sure someone just tried to use an electric move against Manectric, so that's good with Lightning Rod. I'm back with a Sando. Welcome back. How many runs are we up to? Today it's like 6 or 7, I think. Let's see. We're averaging a den every 10 minutes, so whatever the math checks out to on that. Like 25 or 26 total. With my new strategy of knocking out our teammates at the end, we might be going a tiny bit faster, but the difference could also just be negligible. Unclear. Let's keep rock sliding. Or we might have been knocked out 2 or 3 times thus far, so if one of our teammates goes down, might just be worth it to start swinging at them. Oh, rock slide missed. And it has pressure. I'm going to wait till I can Dynamax, and none of these are going to help us at all, so that's good. Okay, maybe this will actually speed things up. Slowking, please be the last. Oh, shoot. But I could probably knock out... That was a critical hit too. Oh my goodness. Can't even really knock out our team either. It's not going any faster. We're actually putting up a fight against Entei. Okay, that's respectable. Doesn't particularly matter because we can't catch Entei. But I Dynamax this turn, and that might actually do it for us. Nice little Dynamax max Rockfall could be the move. Could get us the dub. Also, I feel we got a couple people watching as well. So what's up, everybody? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. Thanks for checking out the stream. We've had people poking in here and there, so say what's good to them. Unless Entei attacks first, we just lose instantly. Almost. That did so much against Entei for some reason, though. Okay, well, we won. For what reason? Not sure, but that looks like an exceedingly normal Slowking. Very normal looks, right? But no. Make sure. Darn. Well, still shiny-less thus far today. That's all right, though. We still got time. We'll see if we can beat Tapu Bulu so we can get that out of our save and we can just do randoms every time. Because then at least we can surprise ourselves at the end of each of these. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Saw a Ditto up there on the left side, which could be kind of fun, but the right side looks like it might have some better stuff. I also have Seismitoad. A nice Forg to start us off. Not that I can attack it, really. I don't think I have anything good against this. Just do that because it's stab. It's also interesting because this is 1 hour of relaxing Diamond and Pearl music, but they've put like one track on here that I would have chosen for an hour compilation of this. They really haven't played a lot of the bangers, so I'll trust that they have some good stuff down the stretch, but I'm a little disappointed thus far. I was hoping for some more upbeat music. Anyways, chat, what's going on? What's new with everybody? Anything fun? I'm trying to think of what I've been up to. Mostly just been working on churning out shorts and feeding the YouTube machine that loves to just slurp up content every day and decide how to distribute it. Working on the new video for tomorrow, which I think you guys will really enjoy. It's kind of a little bit of a follow-up to the last video, but it's a very different style. So I will be intrigued to see how that does. But I think you guys will like it. And just little side projects here and there. And not a whole ton of other crazy things. Oh, one thing though. I did go for a 10-minute run this morning. And that might not seem significant to the average person. Because it kind of isn't. But I saw that the boy's back. I wouldn't say I'm back yet, but I stress fractured my shin. Probably I stress fractured it about 4 months ago, but I only received that diagnosis about a month and a half ago. So there's a good chance I was just running briefly on a broken leg, for the lack of a better term. So I finally got the thumbs up to start running again. So I went for a 10-minute run today. So that was very exciting for me personally. But, you know, not crazy. Also, Scolipede Pog. Very true. I kind of just grazed over that, but Scolipede's dope and has a cool shiny. So this is one of them that and take it. How did it feel? It felt fine. I went really, really slow, so that was good. And I really focused on like keeping my feet under me, not getting my stride out ahead of myself. Felt very out of shape cardio wise, to be expected. And my like hamstrings and knees are just tight all the time now, which is kind of scary because that's how I felt before I broke my leg. Or stress fractured it. I shouldn't say broke it because that makes it sound like I got it hit by a metal bar and broke it in half or something. It's not that bad, but just a lot of learning to trust my running and my body to tell me like, hey, something's up or you're chilling, you know. Yeah, it was a walk, run, walk. It was 10 minutes of walking, 10 minutes of running, and 10 minutes of walking. And I really wasn't excited to go. And I knew I wouldn't go if I didn't plan it. So I made plans with my roommate to run. Because I knew if I made plans to run that I'd follow through on it. And so I got out there with him. And I also saw some of my other friends out and about. So that kind of brought me back into it. It was like, oh, remember, this is the cool part of running that I like. James does custom running training for those interested. I do. I do for a fee. In my younger year. Which is crazy because, like, even at my best, which wasn't very good, and also wasn't long ago, and this is kind of a joke because I only do running training plans for my brother, one person. I'm willing to work with more people. I still don't know that much about running though. I've only been running for like 4 years, 5 years. So I don't actually know that much. And I'm not very good either. I'm a very casual runner. AKA he's my running coach, AKA he just puts what I do onto a calendar. That is true. That's the extent of my running coaching experience. But apparently we have learned over the last couple days, you can charge a lot of money for that. Upwards of several $100s a month for custom running training, which I do in like 15 minutes by just typing onto a Google Calendar. One of my many services I provide. But it's very on brand with the period of my life I'm in, where I'm just doing a bunch of random different things. I mean, I think there's a bit more involved with that. Oh, I'm sorry. This is like the seeing how the hot dog is made process, where you're like, I enjoy the final product, but I never really needed to know how it was made. Kind of ruined. Free money glitch. It is. If you can get people to buy into it. I've had this thought for a while because I see it a lot, or saw it a lot on TikTok when I used to be on TikTok a lot. Now I literally just post there and do nothing else. I hit the post button and then I immediately close the app because I know I will lose significant portions of my day if I don't. But any fitness trainer, if you can get the right clientele, you can charge so much money. And that's not to discredit the people who do this and do their job very well. Because I've been to trainers and people like this who it's clear how much they know and how much they care, and their knowledge is actually really helpful. But there are some chumps out there who are like, yeah, a couple $100 a month, I can get you in the gym. And they're like, all right, so go do some push-ups. You do push-ups, they're like, all right, cool. Now like go do pull-ups. And like that's the extent of your training. And you charge like $100 a session and people will pay for it. It's crazy. But like I said, very on brand of the period of life I'm in, where it's like I'm just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm making YouTube videos. I'm apparently training someone to run. I say apparently, I'm training someone to run. I'm making clothing. I'm just hustling, chat. I'm streaming on Twitch TV. I'm just hustling. So that's probably why, one, what I talk about in these streams will be all over the place, and two, my content itself will be all over the place because I have this wide variety of interests that I'd like to share with people, but am still unclear on the medium. So we're kind of just going to throw whatever we can at the wall and see what sticks. Okay, that looks like a very normal seismitoad. And a very normal scolipede, but blue ditto? Why does that ditto look more gray than purple? It looks sick. Looks sickly. Well, we'll grab a scolipede for the road. Big jack of all trades guy. I don't know. Keeps me fun. Gets me through the day. Oh, and I'm not DJing. I've started DJing, like, just for myself. But another random hobby to just toss into the mix. Okay, now we'll just run rando dungeons. But I think I'll take either the rest of today or some time tomorrow to just work on getting the other save set up. Honestly, Quillfish has done well for us. Crawdon's cool, but now we're actually getting into the good Gen 4 music. Just caught a Snover in Legends. We're gonna avoid that for now. We'll go. Oh, there is Cophagregus behind that way. Yeah, I might have to just do this for the Galarian. Well, I guess not Galarian. It's Cophagregus. Or Runerigus. Oh, it's Runerigus in this game. Yeah, I forgot. I already don't know what Pokemon I'm talking about. It's Cophagregus in other games. I think. But we will Dynamax and hunt the Abomasnow. For now. Even if I don't get the shiny charm, I kind of want to do this on the other save in a bit anyways for like the last 5 or 4 hours of this challenge. Because finding a shiny legend would just be so cool. I know the odds are significantly worse, but the fact that we have to fight a legendary that means nothing every single time is kind of tough. Also, I know I say this every stream. I thought of a story this morning and then it's like, oh, I need to tell that on stream. That's funny. Cannot remember what it is. My memory's just that bad. But I say this every time. If anyone's got a good story they want to share or anything funny to talk about, I need one thing to get the ball rolling, and usually I can just try to, wow, that's a horrible story. Yeah, the story about having a story was even poorly told. Yeah, I'm sorry, chat. I'm not a good storyteller. It sucks. I wish I was, but it's a skill I need to keep working on. Because I'm not that good at it, and I really wish I was. I think I'm funny in other ways, but I don't think my storytelling abilities are great, which really sucks for stream too, because I think streaming is a lot of storytelling needs to be involved, and I'm not great at it. To be entertaining, especially for something like this where the actual background gameplay is... There are more exciting things to be doing, I won't lie. Just streaming in general, but we need to put our hours in. Oh, it was Coffee I was right the first time. After all that back and forth, I was just right the first time. Nice. And my intimidate ability is gone. Nice. This thing looks so menacing. It has hands like those weird sticky hands things that you could throw. And I feel like we had in middle school, and kids would just be hitting you in the back of the head with that. Or flinging them against the ceiling and shit. Just doing whatever they could to disrupt the classroom. But that's the vibe it's giving. I'll just keep rocking liquidation though. It seems to be doing the job. There we go. Nice. I have no clue what this shiny Pokemon looks like. I can only imagine. Why was the last song so cool? Whoever made these, I almost guarantee it's the same person. It is. Learn how to mix audio. I swear to God. Anyways. Somebody else can grab Coffagregus. We got Mr. Rhyme. A bug and a snow cone / ice cream cone. Let's charge a bug. Yeah, I'm chilling. We'll go with Galarian Mr. Mime / Mr. Rhyme. Whoever you are. I'm not going to take anything because we all already have items. Seems kind of weird, and I already have probably the best item I could ask for, so. We have a tap dancing Mr. Mime. What a guy. Honestly, love this design of Mr. Mime more than the original, though. The other one is just so creepy. Mr. Mime has always been a Pokemon that just gets on my nerves and is uncomfortable. Which is a crazy thing to say for a generation of Pokemon that had a Pokemon that was just a tongue. The entire Pokemon is a tongue, and there was something weirder than that. And I think that says a lot about Mr. Mime. Who was also definitely dating Ash's mom in the anime. That's an unforgivable fact I will just carry with me for the rest of my life. There's no letting that go. But there's a Pokemon that's whole thing is to lick everything in sight. And they somehow one-upped themselves with... What if we made this weird humanoid thing that likes moms? I think I just described a young Gravy, but... Weird relationship between Ash's mom, Mr. Mime, and Professor Oak. Dude, yeah, it's... sailed over my head as a kid, but the more you dive into that relationship dynamic, something's going on. I'm not sure exactly what, but something. What Gen 4 song is this? How do I not know this? 29 minutes. Oh, the Super Contest Easy Dance. How did I not know that? Gosh, fake fan over here. I don't even think we've been knocked out, so we'll just do this. See what we can come up with. It's a very strange track. Somebody's going crazy on the percussion, but I don't think I maybe did like one contest back in Diamond and Pearl. It wasn't a huge part of the game for me though. Or making poffins. I remember that. I was really bad at that too. Here we go. Some good old Eterna City. That's what I needed. Alright, seems like our poison should be good enough, and also we got knocked out right as we got our Dynamax ability, so that's nice. Cool, Azelf dead, doesn't matter. But again, a very interesting lineup. Coincidentally, all the Pokemon our team members here chose to go through. Okay, definitely not shiny. Also looks very normal. Also doesn't look shiny. Still nothing, man. Damn. They're making us work for it today. That's all right. It's honest work, as they say. Not really sure it is, but we'll keep running. Oh yeah, we'll toss on a Lowland Doug trio onto the squad. What do we got? Ground type Groudon, maybe? I see a Lickitung over on the right side, and I don't want to give anyone the satisfaction. I know I started going that direction, but there's a water type after this that I want to see if it's Mudkip Marshtomp. Oh, it's G-Max Alchemy. Interesting. Large cake. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of Dynamax in the games, but the Gigantamax Pokemon are pretty sweet. Most of them are really cool. Gigantamax Gengar, awesome. This one's awesome. Stuff like Kingler looks really cool. Centiskorch is kind of just the same, to be honest. Not one of the cooler ones. Snorlax, though, just has an entire earth on its stomach, which is pretty cool. And getting a bonus move. In my opinion, definitely better than the Z moves. Also, because I'm kind of a Gen 9 hater, and by Gen 9 I just mean Scarlet Violet. I like the Pokemon. I think the games run like dog shit and aren't that fun. Besides the story. But because of the fact that they run like dog shit, they aren't that fun to keep playing. So Terra typing is kind of down there on my list. Nothing's going to beat Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions just worked. They just worked really well. And because I'm not a competitive player, I think Terra typings are really cool for competitive because they make a lot of Pokemon that would otherwise just suck actually usable. And you can do some really interesting typing combinations. But it doesn't beat Mega Pokemon. Mega Pokemon were actually cool. Granted, some of the designs were kind of weird. Like Mega Swampert just went into the bathroom and got injected with every steroid known to man. But hey, we love that for Swampert, I guess. Good old biking theme. Megas were introduced in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. No, technically it was XY, but then they were still in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire were after X and Y. So I'm gonna have to just keep sucker punching and... Oh, that did nothing. Okay. But same generation, Gen 6, yes. And then they have yet to return. They've yet to bring back any gimmick for back-to-back games. Which I feel like now they just have to keep adding gimmicks because that's what they've started doing. But how do we feel about those? Do we actually think they add a lot to the game? Granted, half the plot of Sword and Shield was about Gigantamax / Dynamax stuff, but I don't know. The other stuff, Mega Evos was big in Gen 6, but it kind of worked better. It wasn't actually like a story point. It was just a thing that you did along the way. Whereas all of the writing surrounded big Pokemon in Gen 8. That was the entire story. What if they're all big? I don't know. I'm knocking them out right now. It doesn't seem to be a huge issue. And of course, it requires harvesting precious natural resources. Send a bunch of people down in the Dynamax ore mines for $4 an hour. So we can have big Pokemon. Terra typing was worked into the story better. It's just like, hey, here's this thing you can do. We're going to move on. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind them bringing back Mega Evos. Pretty much anything else. I'm happy not having some weird game mechanic. I'm glad they didn't add anything to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Granted, that probably would have also been done wrong / broken in those games, but I think a lot of people would be happy if they brought back Mega Evolutions, because it was also a really good way to give Pokemon that didn't get an evolution that same excitement. Granted, they used all the Mega Evos on Pokemon that were already just sick, so it didn't totally work out in that respect, the way I would have pictured it. Pokemon like Skarmory would have been super cool, you know? They don't want to give Skarmory a pre-Evo or an evolution. That's fine, whatever. Give it a Mega Evolution. But then you have like Salamence, which is already super cool. No, we'll give that a Mega Evo. Starters, you kind of have to, but all these legendaries that are already so good and busted, yeah, we'll toss them a Mega Evo. We'll make arguably the most broken Pokemon in the entire franchise in this generation. Yeah. Primal's totally cool. Very balanced and fair. Only because I love Gen 6, though. I mean, I was late to the game, and I still think it's by far the best gimmick, if not an actually cool feature of the games. Just jamming out, man. I love this music so much. Brings me back. They should add more Megas if they do a Kalos remake. I think so. I mean, why not? But that goes back to the whole remake, remaster, don't remake conversation that I'm still a little unclear where I land on. I think if they remade Kalos, more people would be okay with that than if they remade Gen 5, weirdly. Because, no disrespect, but I think people think less highly of Gen 6 than Gen 5. At this current moment in time, pretty much just because the Pokemon love meter in Cycle hasn't come back around to people, oh, this is actually a good game. Thinking about that for Gen 6. But, oh dear God, no, it's the worst. It's the actual worst Dynamax Pokemon to face. But I don't know. Maybe because it's already in 3D, people will like it better or something. I don't know. I'm still just the add 'em all to the virtual console and take my money. That's my thought process. So why does a Alolan Dugtrio have the haircuts of a boy band? Alright, Zygarde is gonna demolish us, so honestly I might just speed this whole ordeal up by attacking our team. I might not even have to. I just hope they don't mess it up if they end up doing it. That's the thing. I don't know if they can make a remake without people believing that they, quote, messed up. Because naturally you can't make everybody happy. That's whatever. That's, you know, that's just how things go. But I don't know that there is a right answer. Do we add back features? Do we put new features in? Do we... I don't know. Do we make it look exactly the same? Do we do a different art style? Do we do this? Do we do that? And I think with every single one of those decisions, you could go both ways and just be stuck in this difficult place of what to do. All right, well, we're not even halfway down on Zygarde's health, and that's crazy because it then goes back up to full health and gets stronger. So that'll be fun to do and deal with. Let's just... Who's weak? Oh, you're weak. Nice. As long as they don't make the art style like BDSP or Let's Go, I'd be happy. I don't mind, like, frankly, I don't mind either of them, so I should just shut my mouth. I do agree that they should go a different art style, but I don't even know that I'm a huge fan of, like, the Sword Shield 3D art style, you know? Also, I don't think that's a shiny Alchemy. Also, really cool thing they did with Alchemy and the whole evolution thing. Love that. Pelipper, is it green? It is not. Quagsire, is it purple? No. It's not. We'll take the Gigantamax Alchemy, though. But the whole mixing and matching of colors you can do with Alchemy is pretty sweet. And it's based on, like, how long you spin for and stuff. Wild evolution method, but it's fun. All right. Not saving Zygarde because honestly, hope we never see it again. Also given 3 of the worst choices to start with here. Such a bad starting team. Might be the first team of rental Pokemon that I'm genuinely concerned can't even make it to the end. Not seeing anything crazy, so we'll just go left side. We at least have Slowbro, which can look cool. I don't know if other people here have experienced this, but in terms of the graphics, if you've ever played one of the newer, like Gen 6 or 7, any of the 3DS games, if you've ever played those on, how do I phrase this? A 3DS PC edition, perhaps is how I will phrase that. It's like all the joys of a 3DS, but it runs on your computer instead. Very custom, yes. Costs a lot of money and is, you know, a big deal. If you've ever just done that and maxed out the graphic settings, the games look so good, and I'd be happy just with that again. You just toss that on the Switch. There's my credit card. Take it. I need to try that. Of course, never endorse anything of the sort, but if you happen to find yourself there, just slide those things up to the highest quality, bump the frame rate, and just put that in 4K. Games look incredible. They genuinely look so good. So, if they did that with... I don't really know that you could do the same thing with Gen 5. Gen 5 is really tricky when it comes to remaking because it's the DS art style and stuff, but it's 3D but not. I don't know that they can exactly do the same thing, but I don't know. One way or another, I need to be able to play Gen 5 on the Switch. Just make that a possibility, Nintendo. Please, I'm begging you. I will give you everything I have. Give you the keys to the house and my wallet with every bit of money and bank information. No one switched their... I mean, I know I wasn't going to, but come on. No one switching? A little unfortunate there, but okay. I really do believe that they just need to put stuff on Switch or Switch 2. But I feel like we're going to be on Switch for a while still. When did the Switch even come out? It's like 2017? 2018? Really wasn't that long ago, but I think we're getting to the end of its power and stuff, but that's just Pokemon. I think other new games look so good. I think the new Zelda looks insane. 2017. Okay, that's longer ago than I thought, but still, what, 6 years? Like, we're still well within the normal lifespan of a console. Very much so. So I'd expect like another 2 to 3 years on this, if not longer. It's also crazy how technology works though, where it evolves at a rate that by the time the Switch 2 comes out or whatever's next, the technology will already be like partially obsolete, which is insane to think about. But that's the way it goes, I guess. I hope they follow the same format of a handheld and docked console, whatever it is. Which at that rate, I don't know why you wouldn't just call it the Switch 2, but for the Nintendo Switch 720, do what the cowards over at Microsoft never ended up doing. We all saw that fake advertisement in real steel for the Xbox 720, and god damn it, I still want it. I still deserve to buy an Xbox 720. I stand by that. But the Switch design, yeah, is being able to take your games with you on the road. So clutch. It's like the first thing I pack anytime I go anywhere is like, all right, we got the Switch, and then just literally bring, because my computer charger is USB-C, I just bring an HDMI cable and I can plug it in any TV and charge it. So easy to bring around, because then you take it out, play it in the car, play it on the plane, you get to a hotel room, you get to a friend's house. So easy. Controllers aren't a big hassle, you don't have to worry about batteries. And it's funny because so many companies have exactly copied the Switch design in terms of like, oh, here's this like handheld thing, screen in the middle. Granted, you can date that back to like the PSP, but no one's done it as well as Nintendo. The only thing holding them back is like game variety at this point. But even then, I think Nintendo's doing pretty well with game variety too. Anyways, 5 hours total of hunting in Sword and Shield, and we have only found one shiny in the dens, and that was our second ever den we checked. We'll go for another hour, see what we can find. I have a feeling, chat, we're gonna find a shiny soon. I have that feeling, and I'm not just saying that to say that. I'm getting the shiny vibes. But it is crazy how everyone is just stealing. They're looking and they're copying off the paper of Nintendo, and they're still doing worse on the test. Even though they're looking at what Nintendo made 6 years ago and using better technology, they still haven't figured it out. That said, I haven't actually ever used the, I think Asus made a handheld, and did Steam make something? There might be like one other company that's making stuff, but like I haven't seen anything proclaiming it's better than what exists already. All right, Roselia is so back. All this, we can get one shot by another psychic move. Oh. It's like the 3DS with steroids. When I bought a bunch of the old 3DS games, I bought a 2DS because they were easier to find and cheaper. But damn, I should have got a 3DS. They just, first of all, look so much cooler and more comfortable to use and better in every way. But you live and you learn, I suppose. Still a fun way, though, to play. I have all Gen 6, and I have Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which I need to actually play through for the story. So that leaves Heart Gold, Soul Silver, any of Gen 5, and Gen 1 is the only games I don't own some copy of in some capacity. All right, Slowbro. So average and normal and sad looking. Boldor. I have no clue what you would look like shiny, but I'm guessing it's not that. You also look very normal. I also don't like the fact that Crawdon is just standing on two legs. Just something about that doesn't sit right with me. All right, well. I know I said I'm feeling the shiny vibes, and I stand by that. And also, we're only, what, 5 hours into this? We're going to have, by the time this stream ends, 4 more hours to go. If you want to keep up with that, make sure to drop a follow. I try not to promo often in the stream because I know everybody hates it and they leave. Please don't. But, you know, you can always unfollow if you decide you really don't like it. And I'm live most days of the week, so it's something to listen to in the background, or, you know, just put on and watch mindlessly, or watch very intent when we're gaming like legends. Can't tell what that water type is. I kind of want to find out. Oh, it's a Mudkip, or it's a Marshtomp. Yep. I saw that wide stance. I saw that dude standing just... I saw that. I know we need to go catch that. Dude is just posted up like this at all times of the day. They did Marshtomp so unbelievably dirty in these games. It's not even fair how bad they made that thing look. My red and black Yveltal Pokemon Y 3DS XL, some of my favorite things I own. 3DS just looks so good. Also, the 3DS is one of the newer consoles you can actually get a capture card for. So owning the 2DS was also a mistake in that front, so I can never get a capture card for my old games and actually play on console when I'm playing old stuff, which is kind of disappointing because then if I do shiny hunting, I can't transfer the Pokemon anywhere. So I can't like boot up a save and be like, hey, look at this cool thing I have. Nah. All right, wait, Sarina, yeah. Come on, get off the screen. We got a Marshtomp to catch. We got it. Move it along. Move it along. We want the next. So why are its legs so long? That's also just weird. Strange looking Pokemon. But we want the Marshtomp. Also, if this is not Marshtomp, I'm going to have to end stream. I'm going to be very embarrassed, but I know a wide looking Pokemon when I see one. Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. I know that wide frame. Where is it? Let me see it. Oh, it's gonna look so dumb. Ah, with just the blankest eyes of any Pokemon. There is not a thought generating behind those eyes. There's not a single concrete thought brewing in that brain. Oh, but it is going to destroy my Skuntank. It looks so menacing when it's glowing red, though. I gotta head out, gamers. Alrighty. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We'll catch you later on. Let me know when you're around later for business/gaming purposes. We'll catch you around, though. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Have a good day. Keep going for the next 52 minutes. Might run to the bathroom after this den, but yeah, Marshtomp is kind of doing a number on our team, actually. After all the disrespect I talked, it's probably fair that that happens, but kind of need to knock this thing out if we want to make it through the next round. Okay, I could Dynamax. Don't think I need to. Save some time with that. If this is shiny, chat, oh my goodness, the pop-off will be real. The pop-off will be so real. So just forgot to close like half the apps that automatically open when I boot up my computer. So hopefully that'll help things run a little bit smoother as well. We got a swap. At the end of the video? It was. Okay, well. What do we got? We'll go fire. Go colossal. One hour of sensational Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire music. I'll be the judge of that, but sure. I think it probably has Steam Engine, which... Yep. Just means it gets faster. Well, now that it's raining, a water move might not be my worst idea. Okay. Let's go with that. I don't know if anyone has Fire Pledge, but nice rain boosted water move should help. Oh, okay. I was worried that Steam Engine would also mean I did no damage, but I think it means I do damage. But also, Pokemon speeds up, which is, you know, an unfortunate side effect, but shouldn't be a reason not to use the most powerful move I have. Let's stick with that. Okay, the person with the 1 HP Lairon. We're gonna see that one through. Because it doesn't matter, I'm gonna try to knock out Magmar right here. Oh, it's Guzzlord. Everyone's favorite. I have to know, is there anyone that this is like, yeah, that's my favorite Pokemon, Guzzlord. That's my ride or die Pokemon of choice. I gotta know. And I hate to be disrespecting someone like that, but I see those all the time. It's like, just if you're ever having a bad day, keep in mind this is somebody's favorite Pokemon. That's how I feel about Guzzlord. Not that it's not cool, it's fine, but you have 1,000 options and that's what you landed on. All right, Zarina, normal. Come on, Marshtomp, be purple, please. I'd be so hype. I'd be so hype. Oh, you're just looking normal. Okay. Honestly, Gigantamax Colossal would be very happy with that as well. I don't know what you'd look like if you were shiny, but I imagine it's not that. As much as I love my boy Marshtomp, I don't think I have a Gmax Colossal yet, so add that to the squad and spam B 100 times to get out of this menu without saving Guzzlord. I'm quite all right not facing Guzzlord again. Get that nice and prepped. I'll pick my starting Pokemon. Nice Wally theme. All right, let's pick our path and then be out of here for like a minute, and then I'll be back. Okay, we can go either way and still get that Absol, so let's go Poison. I will be right back, chat. Don't leave. I will be back in just a second. I have returned, ready to continue demolishing every large Pokemon in my path. Also, Radarn, I think I know I asked favorite Pokemon and generation and stuff like that, but if you had to do like top 5 type deal in terms of games or generations, what's the top 5 breaking down like? Because I think usually 1 or 2 of the games you get in the top 5, you're like, okay, nostalgia. But I want to try to crack past that to like your 3, 4, 5 slot where it's like, all right, what do you think also on top of possible nostalgia is like a genuinely well-built Pokemon game? Because for me, it's like top 2 are pretty much Gen 3, Gen 4, and that's all nostalgia. But once you get past that, it's like, what do I think is a genuinely good Pokemon game? Black and White, Legends. I'm trying to think of what would round out my top 5. Maybe Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Fire Red, Leaf Green, because that's... Fire Red, Leaf Green is like a nice combo of nostalgia and a game that I think is genuinely good. But kind of suffers the Gen 3 minimal post-game effect. Which is crazy considering Gen 2 has one of, if not the best, post-games ever. It's wild that they did that in, what, 1999? They're like, once you beat this game, whole other old game also there. Also, did we not have like this exact lineup before? Of Lickitung on the right, Cofagrigus. And I know we've also seen a bunch of like Clang and Kling. Wow, that this also I think is a theme that is less good than the original. A decent chunk of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I think they improved the themes, but this is one that something about those MIDI trumpets. Something about that lower quality is just so crazy. That blasting in your ear is just too good. Also, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I love going back to Gen 3, but what happened to Mauville, bro? They made Mauville so ass. They made Mauville City so ass. I'm not saying it was like the coolest to begin with. They weren't working with a whole lot besides the game corner, which they, for legal reasons, had to take out. Which sucks. But they just made it a big building that has a bunch of nothing in it. It's also the art museum theme. Oh, it's the same guy who made... No! God, I should have known. I should have known. Oh, it's the Lilycove Art Museum. Not the other museum. I keep talking a bunch of shit about this one account's inability to mix a compilation of music well and balanced. And I finally went and found a different one that I thought was not them, and it is. And I'm very upset by that fact. And we'll go without Cofagrigus. Only thing I haven't played 5 games based on what I've seen of the games I haven't played. I'd say 1 is Y, 2 Arceus, 3 platinum, 4 emerald, 5 ultra sun and moon, or heart gold soul silver. Oh, that's true. Ultra sun and moon, I think, are also really good. A lot of people really like those games. I'm just kind of a Gen 7 hater because of how long and drawn out the story is in the originals, and it's just a cutscene. It's one long cutscene with bits of gameplay in the middle. But Gen 7 is actually really cool, and you want to talk about a game that has stuff to do. Gen 7, you can just go forever. The amount of post-game content there is in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. My goodness. I just like their post-games. That's the thing, is that, like, the post-game itself has so much to do. I'd say the same with Gen 5. There are tons of events and post-game stuff you can do that I've never really explored, but I've learned over time does exist. But Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, just, you can do basically anything, it seems like, in those games after after you beat them. All right, we have 4 lives, so we can actually make a genuine attempt against whatever this is. What's Thunderous? And I think Moon was my second Pokemon game. I played Moon 2 years ago, I think. Really fun game. I'd go back and play it again. I need to go back and play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon and see how that compares. Because I watched one creator do a Nuzlocke of Sun, so I knew the story incredibly well in those games. But I'd be interested to see how that differs in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And also just explore the post game. It would be a lot of fun. We'll see how much Absol's max hailstorm actually does. I doubt it's a lot, but we'll see what we can get done. I don't know what shiny Thunderous looks like, but this is why I would like to hunt in a save that hasn't caught the legendaries. It's just something I never thought about until so long after I'd already caught the legendaries that I was just so excited exploring this DLC. It was so fun. Crown Tundra, I think, took Gen 8, or I shouldn't say Gen 8, but took Sword and Shield from being a very, very mediocre, trending towards bad Pokemon game to being a very respectable Pokemon game. The Crown Tundra story alone, I think, might have been funnier and just like more enjoyable to me than the entirety of the normal Pokemon Sword and Shield storyline. And also the post game in Sword and Shield, kind of whack. There is a story, but it's pretty stupid in my opinion. Anyways, our potential shiny Pokemon, Gloom. It's terrible and it's not shiny, so double whammy there. Coffagrigus. Big old nope on the shiny department. But Absol, probably the coolest of the 3. Nada. Damn. All right. On we continue. But it's tough. Really hoping we'd find something there. But we can squeeze in probably 3 more dens, and then probably we'll do a tiny bit of other hunting, which I did snow runt last time. We'll probably just keep doing that. These are such good starting Pokemon too. Please don't pick Lantern. There we go. Gastrodon would be great coverage. Hell yeah. Okay. That's honestly great. It's a great team. Fire type. I think we go to the right here. Got some good old Tentacruel, which incredible shiny. And a shiny I could get in Let's Go because I have shiny Tentacool. Very, very excited to find that in my most recent video. That was a really cool shiny to find. And was so lucky. I was hunting for shiny Dratini and just so happened to, in a whopping 4 encounters, find shiny Tentacool, which is just crazy. Want to check that out? It's over on YouTube. That's all I'll say. Exclamation mark social. That's it. But that's great. But I need to figure out the logistics of it because I've had the idea for like a month now too to do a 24-hour stream of Black and White 2. So I want to play the entire game, but I also want to make it kind of crazy. And I think that'd be a good combination. When do you get Braviary and Arceus? It is in the final area. Which kind of sucks that it's like that, but it is in the Alabaster Icelands. Which now that I think of it is wild that it's that way because I can't imagine navigating the game without it at this point. It's just so helpful to have. Shiny hunting without it is slow. Very, very true. How is... Well, I guess with the outbreaks, it's not terrible, but... I love the shiny hunting in Legends. I'm like, oh, this is so good. Maybe I'll do some other challenges involving shiny hunting, but realistically, it's only really good because I have the shiny charm. And don't get me wrong, like the outbreaks and stuff, the odds are still better than the average. It is Ivysaur. But I want cool Alolan Marowak. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, are you kidding me? Get a Swampert? If I had known it was Swampert, I would have taken it. It's such a good Pokemon. How could I not? Marowak, Pog. I was so confused when I saw this Marowak for the first time in this game as someone who didn't know alternate forms really existed. It was a big surprise to me. I was like, why does Marowak have a bone on fire and look weird? Same thing with Raichu. Alolan Raichu. I was like, why is it light and floating? Like, it's cool, but I'm just so confused as to what I have missed. And now, over the course of literal years, I've gone back and pieced all of this together in my mind. When I got it in Pokemon Go, I thought it was some sort of weird shiny. That's what I thought about this Raichu. I thought Alolan Raichu was just a really strange shiny form. And I'm like, yes, I'll catch it. Like, I don't know what's going on. Sure, I guess. I'm not gonna turn it down, but I'm rather confused as to what's happening here. I'm good without it. I'm hoping someone will take it, like Lantern or Gastrodon, because we have 3 water types. No, Nikki, you are the worst. Not only did you swap out a Pokemon after immediately taking it, and get Swampert, you then gave up Swampert? Are you joking? My Switch sounds like it's about to take off. Mine does get really hot, but I always have my headphones on when I'm playing, so it's masking, I'm sure, the sound that my Switch is making at this very moment in time. But the Switch gets hot and it does start to, the fan does start to go crazy. Especially in handheld mode, it lets you know. We'll go for Poltegeist only because we could get cool, authentic type Poltegeist, although I have no clue how to tell it's authentic or not. No idea how that works. It's also great that we chose to have 2 water types against a Pokemon that has a Giga Drain. Love to see that. Alright, well, we'll just Giganta or Dynamax and see what we get. I think this is my favorite theme in all of Pokemon, the Lily Cove City theme. The OG one, but still somewhat the same effect. All right, 34 minutes in. Well, an hour, 2 hours, 34 minutes in. 26 minutes left. It's the last Pokemon of this, so we can do, I think, 2 more raids comfortably. And then we'll do a little bit of random overworld hunting, which I can only imagine won't yield a whole lot, but we'll give it a shot. Round it out to 6 hours. And then maybe we'll do 2 and 2. The Dynamax dens are exciting to an extent. But I don't know. The 3-hour streams of them are a little much. It's starting to get a little bit boring to me. And I imagine it's kind of boring to watch from time to time. But while we're here, anyone in chat got some fun weekend plans or anything going on? I think I'm going out to lunch, and I think I'm going to try to go rock climbing. Those are my 2 big things to do. And video tomorrow. I'm very excited for that. It's just fun to put together. I think well edited. Kind of a little bit of a different style than the first 2 videos on my channel, but I think it'll be good. I think you guys will enjoy it. So those are my big items on the calendar for this weekend. So there's Stack Attack. I know we talked about it earlier. The Ultra Beast, that is just a bunch of Legos put together. Meanwhile, we jam out. We cat jam to the Pokemart theme. Really trying to remember what route this is. Or what city. I can't really imagine it with the new version. Seems like an early route. I think it might be Route 101. My favorite Poké Center / Mart theme. Ooh, I really like the Gen 4 Mart and Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Once again, nostalgia, big copium. Poké Center though, I'd have to think for a while because it's one of the places that I pay the least amount of attention to the music. Because I'm usually just like, all right, I'm gonna have to spam A on this. Let me get in and get out. I'm trying to imagine a lot of the themes for the Poké Centers. And I really can't come up with any in my head. Because if anything, I would be able to think of like 1 through 4. Gens 5 and on. I feel like I can kind of think of the Sword and Shield theme, but it's not great. But if I remember on like Gen 3, it's not super good for the Poké Center. The Poké Mart, goated, but Poké Center, I feel like there are better themes. Not shiny. Not shiny, I don't think. Also not shiny. Well, let's check. All right, well. Might have to speed run a little bit to get through these last 2 dens. We'll see. What is this, the Nautical Museum? This seems like it. Yeah, the Oceanic Museum. This one has some nice background music. All right, I see Ivysaur, and I didn't get it last time, so we'll go for it. Although it does mean I have to fight Gloom again, which if I got this as the shiny would be... I'd genuinely be upset. I wouldn't even be happy. I wouldn't even be hyped if this was shiny. At all. It's green and bright and gross. Doesn't look good. So I'm going to try to get it off screen as fast as possible. We'll see how that goes, but... All right. Got 2 more raids, so 6 more, theoretically. Shiny Pokemon. See what we can do. This honestly took longer to kill this Gloom than I thought, but all right. Gloom's down, and like I said, if this is shiny, I will not be excited. I won't be happy. If I could pick one to never have shiny again, it would be Gloom. Rest of this, we're going to look for some cool stuff, but Gloom is just so terrible. So bad. What do we think, Chad? Does anyone have like a shiny that's either they think is objectively the best or the worst shiny? Because I don't think Gloom lands in the worst of the worst, but it is so far up on that list for me. What's that steel type? I can oh, it's Durant. Jeez, I could not for the life of me figure that out for a second. And granted, Ivysaur isn't like great, but it has just the clout of being a starter. This is also just like, oh, we added green. Is that cool with you guys? That generation of starter or that generation of shiny? The 1s through 4 where it's just it's green. Do you like it? Nah. Good without it. So I feel like most people have such a subjective like, oh, this is the best shiny, this is the worst shiny, but I don't know if there's anyone out there in the chat who feels confident like this Pokemon is the best shiny, and I think a majority of people would agree. I think Charizard is up there. I'm not sure it's the best, but I think it's one of that you could probably get a pretty good consensus pick. I'm not convinced it's the best. I think if I looked through all, what, 1,000 plus shiny forms now, I'd find a better one, or one that I thought was better. We already have a shiny Chansey in Let's Go. Also on that other video that I just uploaded, so there you go. So we'll go for Trevenant. But this actually one of the themes that I think they made better between Gen 3 and Gen 6. Luxray's up there as well. That's a good point. Luxray, I think you could convince, not convince, but I think a lot of people would agree is one of the best. And it's the perfect trade-off between great shiny and actually feasible to find. Gyarados, I think Gyarados is design-wise one of the cooler ones. Just the fact that you can get it easily is, I think that takes away from it a lot. I think shiny Pokemon are still kind of gatekept as this like, you need to dump your heart and soul into this game to find one of these if you're lucky after all that. But Gyarados, even if you find one, like you hunt it out in another game, or you reset hunt somewhere else for it, like for the Magikarp and Kanto or something like that. Whenever you show someone a shiny Gyarados, they're always just going to be like, oh, it's the one from Heart Gold Soul Silver. Nice. It's the free one from Gen 2. I think that will forever tarnish Gyarados' shiny legacy. Unfortunately. All right. We should be able to get through this and one more raid with just enough time on the clock. Oh, it is Suicune. Okay, you can find this again. I didn't think you could, to be completely honest. The more you know, I guess. My quick claw is activated both times. That's kind of lucky. Kind of doing a number on Suicune here. Okay. This song's a banger. So good. This is what? Lava Ridge / Oldale Town, right? Oldale / Lava Ridge, 37 minutes. Yep. Okay. I always say that stuff with such confidence, and then I'm going to feel really stupid if I get it wrong, because I tell myself that I know all of the Gen 3 music. But then if I think about it for too long, I always suffer from the effect of like, I know I've heard this a million times, but I can't place it. And the duplication of some themes is a little bit tough. I know it's Lava Ridge, but I don't remember what other place shares this, but especially like Oldale Town, you spend in the average playthrough, I would argue, under 2 minutes in the entire game. Because at most you are running through it on your way to fight your rival, talking to the mart guy to buy or to get his one free potion, and then you are running back down through it to the lab to get your, or to finish off whatever and talk to Professor Birch one more time, get your Pokedex, and then you're walking up and to the left to leave and never come back to Oldale Town. I mean, low-key kind of the same as Lava Ridge. You're going there, fighting the gym, grabbing an egg, and calling it a day. All right, because we don't have a ton of time. Not shiny. Not shiny. I don't think you're shiny. Let's check. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. This is weirdly another theme that I think is like, the original might be better. They kind of overdid it with this. All right. Let's rip another Dynamax adventure. We have literally 10 minutes on the clock, which is almost exactly how long this takes. So I'm going to have to actually play well here. Someone take Fracture, please. Someone take Fracture, please. Someone take Fracture, please. Someone take Fracture, please. No, every single person is going to instead take a water type. Should go well for us. Ground. Fire, fire. Let's go to the left. Got a little Clef Key to start. Granted. Not really sure what we're going to do against this. Camphor Town in Gen 6 is useless. I'm trying to think of where that is. Like, where in the story is that? Or on the map, rather. I mean, I don't know a ton of the towns in that. Or, like, what's next to what. I know that I can, like, picture them. I know Geosinge Town. And then there's the big town in the middle that has the Eiffel Tower. It's just before Snorlax. Oh, and the Manor. Okay, so really early in the game, right? Because the Manor is, like, second or third gym. Kind of in that time frame, I think. Like, maybe between first and second or second and third. I mean, the fact that I can't remember it, I think, is a great indication. Because second gym is down on that beach town. And first gym is the bug. Once again, the fact that I can't remember this, I think, tells all, but I'm really racking my brain for this. have like one idea of what it could be, but I can't even begin to describe it. And I think there is like a gym up above it. So that's up there, like Oldale Town. They have a couple of these in Gen 3, because you'd argue Fall Arbor Town also kind of pointless, and even maybe in Gen 6 it matters a little bit more, but even this is going to take a second for me to remember the name of it because it's so... Oh, Blaziken was on the right side. God damn it. I fumbled that. Oh, and oh God, no. Oh, I'm so dumb and stupid. Gosh. Oh no. We have Blaziken and Grovyle back to back on the right side. It has no interesting qualities for me to help describe it. Okay, we're gonna ignore the fact that I have passed up 2 of the Pokemon I said I would like to get shiny the most. So that means we're not going to find a shiny on this go round, because if I would, it would mean a lot of pain and suffering for me. Verdant Turf Town was the other one I was thinking of, that you can go an entire playthrough without stepping foot in there. Oh, why can I not think of what town this is? I know exactly how the theme goes. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum. But I need to like think of it in low quality to remember what theme it is. We'll be going faster on this because I have 5 minutes to get through 2 more battles. Frankly, 1 more battle, but... Oh, it's Dewford. There we go. Got there eventually. WTF is Skitter Smack? I got nothing for you. You bring up a great point. A question I fail to answer. What's up, Banos? How you doing? Could not tell you what the hell a Skitter Smack is. Very unclear to me. But apparently it is bug related. It's as much as I have to offer you. It is somehow bug related. But I hope you're having a good day, having a good Friday. Getting ready for the weekend. Whatever that may bring. Alright, we're just going to ignore the cool Pokemon that were all on the right side of this route. Nobody look at those. No one look at the right side of the screen. Whatever you're doing, do not do that. Do not look at the right side of the screen. Because we're going to go for the fire one, and it's going to be really, to me, even cooler than everything else. Really, really cool. Really cool fire Pokemon right now. And it's going to be shiny, by the way. Well, you're kind of cool, but I feel like your shiny is probably not that good. All right. Wild guess, just purely based on vibes. And drought. Ooh, that's not good for me. Oh, we have rock slide. Never mind. And the water type Sharpedo is going to use Assurance. It's the type of brand power we're working with today. We've been working with. And we missed. Nice. Good. Great start. Good start for the old squad on this one. Looks like we'll run a tiny bit over 6 hours in this, which is fine, because technically we're just fighting a legendary we can't even catch, so I don't really feel like that's cheating in any way. And I hate to say it, no narcs, but on the next stream I'm probably just going to reset the timer to 6 hours, because it looks cleaner to start with that than like 6:05 or something. 6:02 and 28 seconds. It just seems easier to do it this way. But this is our last round of dens for today. We will have to come back and do 4 more hours of this game because I'm doing 10 hours in every single Pokemon game. So if you want to keep up with that, make sure to drop a follow. I'm live most days of the week doing something, and we'll come back around to this challenge in a little bit. So if you're looking for something to watch, have in the background as you work, study, shiny hunt, just hang out, whatever. I also do other challenges and games, so it's not always just going to be us trapped in this cave for all eternity. Which I'm very glad to say, because I don't want to be trapped in this cave for eternity. I love the Dynamax Den's shiny odds. Pretty much that's where my love for the Dynamax Dens ends. Okay, we have a minute and 10 seconds to get out of this with 3 lives. When you do Kalos, are going to use very custom 3DS and bump up settings? Yeah, that's what I'll do. With the Gen 6 and 7, I'll probably do on stream, although it will take a lot of setup to get the actual best methods. So I might use cool custom number codes. For that as well. Just to kind of show you like what's possible. Granted, I could do it without the shiny charm and just say, hey, if you're just a beginner, here are your odds, here's what you can look forward to, kind of thing. That seems a little more genuine, but granted, I have the shiny charm in this, and I've had the shiny charm in Legends, so. But I don't think I have a save where I'm even close to getting the Pokedex done, and because I'm playing it on custom 3DS, it's not like we can trade Pokemon or anything. See if I can pull this off. No, the F1 didn't, it just split it, so it didn't stop it on time. Darn. But I think some of the older games I'll probably do off stream. Maybe Gen 4 I'll do on stream, at least for Diamond and Pearl, because you can do the radar. Although once again, I don't know that I have Shiny Charm in any of those. Although wait, Shiny Charm doesn't matter for the radar. Oh, so that might work. What sucks too is I actually have the consoles and the games to do these things, but just don't have a way of recording them. And I'm not gonna like set up my phone to record my DS screen or something. Don't think that's gonna look super good, so we're gonna go without that. Also, Buzzwole, if you just want to knock out the whole squad here, that's like totally cool. Or you can just keep attacking the substitute. That's fine too. Buzzwole might be one of the more busted Ultra Beast 2. Power Up Punch and Beast Boost. That thing goes insane. So every time it attacks or every time it knocks out a Pokemon, it gets an attack boost. And a +6 Buzzwole is not to be reckoned with. Okay, thank goodness. We're out of here. Nice. That's going to do it for today. No shinies, which kind of sucks. So we've now gone basically 5 hours and like 25 minutes. I guess I shouldn't say we're shinyless because there's a chance. I don't think that's shiny. Don't think that's shiny either. Okay. We're shinyless. Which sucks. But that's sometimes they shine, sometimes they don't, you know, chat. That's the way it goes. That's shiny hunting. The fact that we found anything so fast is honestly impressive. So that's going to do it for today's stream. I think next time we do this challenge, which won't be for a couple days, just to preserve the, you know, boredom factor here. Or preserve the lack of boredom. I don't know. However, I'm trying to say, so we don't overdo this. We'll do 2 hours and then we'll like do something else for stream. I appreciate you guys being here. I know the Dynamax dens aren't the most fun, but I do think they, excuse me, they need to get done. So that's all right. Anyways, I will catch you guys all. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, but new video on YouTube tomorrow. If you're not already subscribed over there, !socials. That's the YouTube link. And VOD's channel, I'll make sure that is up for next week. So hopefully next Monday I'll have that live. And then Sunday I should be also actually streaming live. That's the plan. I'll catch you guys around. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to hang out here with me and watch me play Pokemon. It's pretty cool that you do that. So thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday. I hope you have a good start to your weekend, whatever you got on deck. Enjoy it. Catch you guys later. Bye, everyone. See you later. Have a great Friday.